Suit upon quantum merit. What do you mean by quantum merit? Quantum merit means as much as done, as much as work done, or as much as earned. You can understand by the word quantum. Quantum refers to quantity, and merit means work done or earned. Now, in all the cases that we've done till now, we have seen that the aggrieved party has the right when the contract is breached. He can resign the contract, he can claim for damages. But this point, this remedy has been given to the other party who breaches the contract. I'll just give you an example to explain this. You give me a contract to construct your house. Now the construction of house, let's say, will take 3 months. I start with the construction. I completed, I completed 50%. So I have done half of the work. Let's say the contract price was 50 lakhs. Now I have completed half of it. And then I tell you, was I have completed 50%, but I don't think I'll be able to complete it fully. So I'll have to stop it here. You can find some other contractor who can carry on the work from here, who can continue the work from here. Because I have already constructed 50% of your house. So you tell me, no, you are breaching my contract. So in that case, I should not be giving you the credit of the 50% of the work done. I say I have incurred my cost. I have incurred my labor cost also in completing the house, though 50%. So you need to give me half of the contract price, that is 25 lakhs. So you tell me you have breached the contract. That means you will not get anything. On the contrary, I should be claiming damages from you. Now please remember, there are no damages here because you are not incurring any loss. Even if you give this contract to someone else, you will give it for 25 lakhs. So in effect, there is no loss that has been caused to you. So you tell me, okay, there's no loss, but I'll not give you the 50% of the contract price because you have breached the contract. Now, in this case, whose contention do you think is correct? My contention that I've done 50% of the work, I should get 50% of the contract price, or your contention that I've breached the contract, so I do not stand a right to get any percentage of the contract price, anything for that matter. In this case, my contention would be upheld. My contention would be considered right. Because you need to give me the credit of the work done. As much as work has been done, I should get the remuneration for that. As much as has been earned by me, I should be given remuneration accordingly. One more example I'll give you. Now let's say you get a contract to construct a building. Now this building is of 10 floors. This building is of 10 floors. And the contract price set is 1 crore rupees. Now for constructing this building, you'll get 1 crore rupees. The building has 10 floors in it. So if I know it should not ideally be broken this way, but on an average, you get 10 lakhs for a floor, correct? And you start with the construction. You complete the first floor. The first floor is done. You complete the second floor, you complete the third floor, you complete the fourth floor. Now, after completing the fourth floor, you stop your work citing labor problems or citing there's a lack of sand for construction, or there's some other problem, you cannot continue with the construction. But the fact of the matter is you have completed 4 floors. So you demand the contract price for 4 floors, because the contract was for 10 floors and it was 1 crore rupees. So for 4 floors, you see that you will get 40 lakh rupees. This is your demand. Now, in this case, are you correct in demanding 40 lakh rupees? Or you should get more, or you should get less because you have breached the contract? In this case, the calculation of 40 lakhs is correct, because the contract for the price for whole contract was 1 crore rupees. Now you are getting 40 lakhs. You have demanded 40 lakhs for 4 floors. Now, the important thing to note here is that a contract which takes a considerable amount of time, a contract which takes a considerable amount of investment, a contract which takes, there are different levels in it that go in completing the contract. When you go on completing each level, in this case, when you go on completing each floor, income of the contract price accrues to you. So when you complete the first floor, you earn 10 lakhs. You complete the second floor, you get 10 lakhs more. You complete the third floor, you get 10 lakhs more. And when you complete the fourth floor, you get another 10 lakhs. So now, after completing 4 floors, what you have earned from this contract is 40 lakhs. Now, even though you are breaching the contract here, you still have put in efforts, you still have put in time, you still have put in money, and you should be compensated for all these things. The compensation should be in the proportion of the work done. As much as the work is done, according to that, there should be remuneration fixed. So, in this contract, 10 floors were to be built, you have built 4 floors. So, you will divide the contract price by 10 and multiply it by 4, because for each floor, you should be getting 10 lakhs. So, 1 crore by 10 is 10 lakhs, and then you have built 4 floors, so you get 40 lakhs. So, this is how suit for quantum merit is brought upon. The point, the condition that you need to remember here is that you should not be at fault. It should not be your fault. Now you are breaching the contract due to some reasons, that is, material is not available, or labor is not available, or there's some other reason wherein you are not the party at fault. The matter or the things are beyond your control, and that is why you are not able to complete the contract. So you should get proportionate amount of contract price in proportion to the work done. So this is quantum merit. So a party who has breached the contract can also get the remuneration. So this point is from the party who is breaching the contract. Normally you have studied the party who is the agreed party gets the compensation, gets the right to resign. This point gives the right to the party breaching the contract. Now, what are the cases where a suit upon quantum merit may arise? What are the conditions or the cases where a suit upon quantum merit may arise? First, you start with the work is done, and subsequently you discover that the contract was void. You start with the building and subsequently you discover that you are constructing it on an illegal piece of land, a reserved plot, and then you have to stop midway, or possibly you have completed the construction. Even though the contract is void here, you will get the contract price in proportion to the work done. You will get your remuneration. No worries, even if the contract is void. The important thing is you have started the work or you have completed the work. So you have incurred some cost, you have incurred some skill, you have incurred some time in it, invested some time in it. The second is no intention of gratuity or gratuitousness. The work should not be gratuitous. And what do you mean by gratuitous? Gratuitous means charitable. You should always have this intention that after doing this work, you will get some consideration in return. However, something which is gratuitous, you do not expect anything in return. So the contract should not be such wherein you are doing it as a matter of charity. So since you are doing it as a matter of charity, how much ever you've done, it doesn't matter. Only when it is non-gratuitous, you'll get the remuneration according to, in proportion to the work done. The third case is where the contract is divisible. Now this is very important point. The contract should be divisible. It should not be such that the contract is indivisible. Like in this case, the contract was divisible. We could break the contract in terms of floors. So from 10 floors, if you have constructed 4 floors, that means you have completed 40% of the contract, so you get 40% of the contract price. This we are able to calculate because the contract is divisible and you have completed some portion of the divisible contract. If the contract is indivisible, if the work that you are doing is indivisible, let's say you are painting someone's portrait. Now, do you think a painting can be divisible? Now you have only painted the left half of the person. The portrait is only complete by one side. The left half of the portrait is complete, the right half remains to be completed. So can you say you have completed 50% of the painting and 50% of the price of the painting accrues to you? No, here you cannot say that, because a painting is not divisible. One who has started, he only has to complete it. Every painter's perception is different, every painter's art and skill is different. So a contract of painting is not divisible. So there, unless and until you complete whole of the painting, nothing accrues to you. However, in case of construction, the contract is divisible and you can ask for contract price according to the proportion of the work done. So with this, we complete the suit upon quantum merit.